Hey everyone, and welcome to Prune Belly Insiders. I'm your host, Michael Adams, and today I got a special guest with me, all the way from Georgia. Please welcome Samuel Osburn.
Hello, everybody.
How you doing today?
Pretty good. A little hot here.
Yeah. Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Well, my name is Samuel Osburn. Birthday January 22nd, 2000. Born with prune belly syndrome. Let's see. I was diagnosed with when I was born, I was diagnosed with chronic kidney disease. And that just got progressively worse to where eventually I got so sick I ended up on dialysis. I've been on dialysis for about a year and 3 months. And to begin with, it was pretty hard. But really, it's gotten pretty easy so far.
What does dialysis feel like?
There's a couple different kinds of dialysis. The first one is called hemodialysis. That one is like really, really bad. They stick needles in your arm, and they filter your blood throughout a 4-hour period. It's like it drains your energy so much. It's just like it makes you feel so bad. And then the other one is called peritoneal dialysis. It was where they use a machine and they use what's called dialysate to filter out all of the bad stuff, and that is a ton easier than the hemodialysis. So I really like that one a lot better.
All right. So, what is your earliest memory with prune belly syndrome?
My earliest memory would probably have to be just before they put me to sleep to do the tummy tuck.
All right. And what was it like growing up with prune belly syndrome?
Lots of people lots of older kids made fun of me, which was not very fun. But the older I got, the easier it was.
Yeah.
I had tons of doctor's appointments, but really it's really no big deal to me, I guess. Right now, it's no big deal.
All right. And you mentioned bullies. Did you have any close friends growing up?
Not really, just my parents. And really, they weren't really my friends either, but
sorry to hear that, but
yeah,
hey,
that's all right.
Hey, you definitely got the prune belly family now, and we're all your friends.
Yeah, for sure. That was definitely a life changer. I actually met another survivor, Paulie Hart. He lives here in Georgia too, here in Savannah too. About a couple. He only lives about a couple miles away from me. So yeah, we've gotten to know each other pretty well, and he actually invited me to his house yesterday. So that was really nice, and we got to hang out.
That's great. That's great. So, what would you say having prune belly has taught you through your life, like life lessons?
Definitely patience. Yeah, that's the biggie. Because I've gotten more patient, and just like I learned to accept my condition and things like that. But yeah, I think patience is the number one thing. I'm,
Yeah.
I'm still I'm still trying to get more patient, but yeah, it's really hard to.
Okay. And what would you say are 3 pros and 3 cons of living with prune belly syndrome?
That's a hard one. Um, let's see, three. I really, I kind of feel somewhat insecure because, like, I'm also looking for a somebody to like a girlfriend or a wife or somebody like that to live with. I don't kind of like acceptance, like their acceptance of me and my condition. Um, really, I sometimes I think I to tell you the truth, I don't like the way I look with this distended belly, but there's really nothing I can do about that. So that's two. I don't really. And really, I tell you that I'm not bothered by what other people think of me, but I really am. I'm not as much as I was, but I still am. You know, like
Yeah.
appearance. So those are the three cons, pretty much.
Yeah,
Three.
I definitely feel you on that. I remember just a little story here. I was going to school, public school in elementary,
Mhm.
and there's this one kid on the bus. He would use
Yeah.
to pull my shirt up on the bus, point at all my
Mhm.
scars, and then the whole bus would join in laughing at me.
Yeah, I get that. Yeah.
Uh, I think as I grew though, I've learned a little bit more on that scars aren't just ugly marks on your body; they're signs to show what you've been through and what you've accomplished.
Yeah. Yeah. I was made fun of, but just like when I was out in public, when I was like in the storage with my parents and stuff like that, not really by myself. Or I did go to school when I was in second grade, but that was literally the only year I went to public school. I was homeschooled the rest of my life after that.
Right? Yeah, I was like I said, I was bullied in elementary school, but luckily, there's this Christian school in town, private,
Uh-huh.
and the pastor's like a really close family friend, so I ended up getting a scholarship to that school all the way up till I graduated.
Nice.
So,
Yeah.
uh,
And the three
so
pros.
have you had any relationships?
No.
All right.
No.
So, what advice would you give a prune belly patient who's upset or feels like giving up?
Um, I don't know. Well, I would probably just say that uh I mean, for me, as life grew on, it got easier. But I really, it did get easier. But um, I really wouldn't know what all to say. But it does. I mean, it does get easier, but I don't know what their situation is and everything, so I really wouldn't know what to say.
Yeah.
But if they were somebody like me, I would just tell them um, like learn to be patient with um, with everybody and just like you know spread your stories so they actually know what you're going through, you know, like so they don't uh, so they don't feel like they have to be so negative toward what you're going through. Just tell them like a heart to heart. Tell them what you're going through and um, how you deal with that. And, you know,
Yeah. So, how many surgeries have you had?
oh boy. Um, for for the prune belly, one, two, I think three for the prune belly. And for the dialysis, one, I've had three as well. So yeah, it's crazy.
Now, have you had a kidney transplant before, or is this your first one? Or
Right, I'm on the list right now to get one because on both of my, I was born with both of my kidneys are bad. I was born with two bad kidneys, but they just got progressively worse up until the dialysis, and so right now I'm just on the list for one.
all right. And what's some of your future goals or career plans or
Um, I've got lots of goals, lots of goals. Um, I'd like to go to college to study computer sciences and coding. Um, I'd like to um, learn carpentry, build houses. I'd like to start my own because my mother used to bake a lot. I'd like to. I'd like to have. I'd like to have a shop in her name.
that's nice.
Um, because she passed away from cancer a couple years ago. So I'd like to keep that as a reminder that of her. You know, have a baking shop in her name.
I'm so sorry for your loss. Actually, my grandmother passed away of cancer, and so did the pastor who gave me the scholarship, who was like a second father to me.
Oh my goodness. And then my so those are really my goals, but my like long term, I'd honestly I'd like to get a spouse sometime soon. Um, have a family of my own,
Yeah.
but
So,
yes.
so what would you say is your favorite and least favorite memory of Prune Belly?
Um, I um I'd probably say my favorite memory is well, I was adopted, so that'll probably definitely be my favorite is being adopted because and probably that I don't remember the surgery that almost killed me, but that's probably have to say my least. I don't remember anything. All I remember is being put to sleep, and I don't remember anything after that. So, but
Can I ask how the surgery almost killed you?
um, instead of putting the tube into the stomach where it was supposed to be, they put it into my lungs instead, and filled my lungs with a whole bunch of fluid and all of that kind of stuff.
Wow.
So, Yeah,
Yeah, sometimes even the best doctors make mistakes though.
yeah. Um,
So
yeah. Apart from that, I don't really. I only remember what I'm only reciting what I've been told.
okay.
So, apart from that, I don't really remember anything. Yeah. So,
All right. And hmm, sorry, I'm just trying to think.
that's all right.
Um, you, you said you were adopted.
Yes.
Uh, were were your parents, adopted parents, around during that surgery, or was that
Yes.
okay?
That was after I was adopted. I was. Let's see. I was born January 22nd, 2000. Um, I was adopted at the age of 3, and I believe it was between 3 and 4 that I got to surgery.
Wow. So, hmm. You said you wanted to go for computer science, right?
Yeah.
What type of careers in computer science interest you?
Um, code, uh, coding and coding and programming. Um, like learning how to fix them when they're broken, things like that.
That's what my little brother's interested in too. So, if if the audience had any more questions, would you be willing to come back on and answer them?
Sure.
All right. Is there anything else you would like to share of your story?
Um, do you have any more questions? Because I really don't know what I really don't know what your audience would like to hear, but um, I really don't know what to tell apart from what I've told already.
All right.
I really don't really. My, yeah, I don't really know.
Yeah. um. Do you have any hobbies?
Oh yeah, reading, writing. I love the outdoors. I love anything art, knitting, crocheting,
Wow.
painting.
I actually love the outdoors too. I used to go to this I think they called it Camp Kidney. It was obviously it was a camp for people with kidney disease.
Uh huh.
So we would go and they would have like little cabins. We'd go fishing and rock climbing and it was just a fun time. And ironically, I was able to find another kid with a prune belly there who ended up becoming a good friend of mine.
Do you know if they still have that?
Yeah, they still have it.
As what's it called?
Camp
Camp,
Kidney.
Camp Kidney. Okay,
Yeah.
I'll take a look at that. See what it's
Yeah.
all about.
I applied to be a counselor there through the summer and I'm just waiting for him to get back to me.
Okay.
So, all right. Can I ask why you were willing to come on and share the story?
Um. Um. Honestly, I don't really know why I was willing to do this or not. Um. I guess just because I didn't have anything else to do for the day. So besides church, because it's just something to do to pass time.
Yeah. Can I ask what religion you are?
Christian.
Me too. All right. Well, I think that's just about everything. I want to thank you for coming on and sharing your story.
You're welcome. My pleasure.
All right, everyone, if you liked the video, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next week. Also, share the video, and together we can hashtag spread prune belly awareness. Let's get more research out, and let's get more doctors aware of this condition. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next week.